Yeah, good day YouTubers. I just want to share with you part 2 of my column that I'm busy making. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I have made so far, and what else I needed. I actually had to go and buy extra 2 of these copper end pieces. Now what I've done, I've welded it onto this zinc drain strainer. As you can see, I've actually welded it on the inside with silver solder. This has been welded with silver solder, copper to brass. I use silver solder rods. This is a seal that's going to go onto that's going to be the middle part or the top part of this column here. So that's going to be the bottom part. It's going to go through the pressure cooker's lid, which will get a seal on. As you can see, it's just a rubber seal. Then it will go through the lid, and then at the bottom, this is slightly tapered. It will be screwed on at the bottom of the lid. Sorry, I just got one hand, so just got to get a thread right on. So I won't worry about putting it on at the meantime. So this will be the bottom of this column, so that will go on at that end. So I'll show. So I'll put it on just like that. Now it's good fitting. So that will go on at the top part. This is going to be the top end of it. So it's got a plate on it that normally comes with a zinc fitting. I just weld it on with silver solder. It will go on just like that. So, right, so this is the top end. All that does, it prevents the ceramics from falling through. It's going to get some copper meshing on the inside of that, and then the rest of it will fill up with ceramics. This is going to be the bottom part of it, which will go, the pressure cooker's lid is going to go through there. So I've got to drill a hole through the pressure cooker's lid, and it's going to get this big nut at the bottom. This is a rubber seal that's just going to seal it. It doesn't come in contact with anything. So that's how it looks. Then if you can see, I'll try. There's a couple of holes I drilled on it. Small little holes. After I filled up the whole thing with copper mesh at the top, then it's going to fill it up with ceramics all the way down to the bottom, and it's going to get more copper mesh. There you can see the little holes there. I'll screw this nut a little bit in. You can see the tiny little holes there, there's a couple of holes. After it's been filled up with ceramics, at the moment it's just empty, as you can see. Right, then I'll put more copper mesh in. This little plate, which was also part of just a drain. So it's chromium plated brass. That will go in just like that, and I'll just put wire through those little holes just to hold it in place. So in future time, if I do want to clean it, I can just take this little plate off, take the ceramics out, and it's all good. Now the way I made these holes in these copper end pieces, if I can get it off. So I use a drill and a drill press, and I drilled small little holes right round and round, and then I use a jigsaw with a metal blade in it, metal cutting blade. So this is another one I cut out just to show you how I've done it. So you just drill small little holes right around all the way there, and that's it. That's how I made a big hole in it. Now this part is going to be the part that's going to screw on the top end of the column, so which is this part here. This will get some Teflon tape or plumber's tape or whatever you want to call it, just normal PVC tape. I did ran in a couple of problems though, which I want to show you and share with you. It's got minor hairline little cracks here, just here. As the stainless steel cools down, it cools down too quick compared to the copper, and it actually starts cracking. So the way I'm going to fix that is I bought some silicone, which I'm going to use for the top end and the bottom end, and I'm going to just put silicone, lightly silicone on this, and some more silicone on the outside of this. This has been sanded, as you can see. That's been sanded and all nicely cleaned. So I'm going to put heaps of silicone on this end here, and I'm going to push that bottom part over, and it's going to be filled up with silicone. So I'll squeeze the rest of the silicone in with the finger and just use some turpentine just to smooth it off. So this is the top part of the column, which got a coil in, 7.5 meters of copper tubing, 6 millimeters or 1/4 inch. The top part of it, that's going to be the outlet part. So I'll just put a blank on just to keep it closed so nothing goes inside it. So that's going to be the outlet part. It's going to get a piece of copper on it with a ferrule or olive. Now this is the copper coil that's on the inside. Any one of the two can be your inlet or outlet, it doesn't matter which one it is. You can use either of the two for inlet or outlet, doesn't matter. This is a special fitting I made. It's actually just a barb straight jointed. I actually I glued it with epoxy glue on the inside of it, so that just goes on the inside of it, and that clips onto one of these Gardena fittings. Make sure you get one of these Gardena fittings, they're really good, they don't pop off. It's got a little tap which you can open and close as well. This is just a 8mm hose with a T-piece on. That's the T-piece where I'm going to put a probe in, and it's going to be glued on with epoxy as well. Make sure it doesn't pop out. Then after that, it's going to get well, that's where you're going to have basically your regulator to control the flow of your inlet water. Actually, this T-piece got to go on the outlet of your condenser, so it's going to come, say this one's your outlet, this is going to be in between, and that's going to monitor your actual water temperature that's coming out of it, so which is supposed to be about 60 degrees. So I'm just going to show you now that this part is the part that's the top part of the column. That's going to be screwed onto there, just like that. So that's part of the zinc, the nut, and that's the part that goes through the zinc fitting itself. That's all just been silver soldered. However, I would suggest that when using these copper things onto the stainless steel, because of the heat exchanging onto the stainless steel and cracking, it's probably better just to go ahead and rather just take this off and applying silicone sealer on the outside of the pipe. It's not going to touch the vapors or anything, but it will give it a good seal and it will be fairly strong. So that's all I can tell you. The way I'm going to fix those cracks is I've cut some off the stainless steel pipe, made a little slot in it so it's open like that. I'm going to put some silicone around it and then slip this over the rest, put more silicone on the inside of this part here, so it's going to fit on just like that. And I'm going to use a big clamp, which is one of these clamps. I'll just show you here. One of these clamps. It's just going to go over the pipe just like that and clamp it down just to hold it in place till the silicone is set, and that will seal it, and all the minor cracks it's got, it will fix it so it doesn't leak. It's not going to contaminate anything. The silicone I'm using is silicone industrial grade engineering adhesive sealer. It's up to 205 degrees. It is food safe as well, this one I'm using, so for in case you guys worry about touching the vapors or anything, it's not going to touch the vapors at all. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is part 2, and I'll put another video up of part 3 after I assembled the whole thing and finished it off. Cheers, eh?